So this is our Piano Rescuers kiosk. This is where we, bring old pianos and we tune them, restore them to their former glory, and we give life back to them.
And how did this all start?
So this project started when I noticed a lot of pianos being abandoned and dumped all over the place, and other technicians refusing to work on them. And I thought it's a shame, and I just wanted to learn about piano and the mechanics and just make them playable again.
Because do you have a love of music? How did that start?
Yeah, I've been in love, with music since I was a child. My father was a musician, and he brought me up with musical instruments, and my whole life I've been doing music.
And when you work on a piano, take us through what are some of the things you might have to do to one that you've rescued?
So the most common issues with the pianos is that they're severely out of tune, and also they have action problems where the keys might not work correctly, or they're noisy, or the hammers might not be striking at all. So we have to address all these issues, which can take up to 8 hours.
And I guess, why do people abandon pianos?
So people don't want the liability and the cost involved with it as well, because they're afraid that the piano might not come up, or they just don't play it anymore.
So how many pianos do you think you've rescued?
So I've started about 2 years ago, and we're pretty much close to about 700 pianos now rescued.
And is that just in the Canberra area?
It started in Canberra, but we do a lot of the coastal region as well, even up to Sydney sometimes. And we have a lot of reach now, so people are really coming to us.
And so take us through what happens. You get a call and you go out there?
Yeah, so people call us on a daily basis, mainly if they're moving house, if they're selling a house, and the piano's always the last thing left. And pianos are really hard to sell, and a lot of the time they just don't want the hassle dealing with someone buying it or then getting it moved. So they call us, and we offer our service where we just come and take the piano away.
And then what happens to the piano after you sort of looked at it? Do you resell it? Do you give it away?
So with all the pianos, some pianos are too far gone, some pianos are worth saving, and some pianos only need slight work. So we always assess the piano, and we're only trying to pick really good quality pianos at the moment, ones that won't give people trouble down the line.
And have you found any really good discoveries, new gems that people have sort of thrown away and it turned out to be quite valuable?
Exactly. So we never know when someone calls us and they say they have an old piano. It might be a piano that's literally good for the scrapyard, or it might be a really good gem that's a prestigious maker, and we'll show you one today that's in the truck.
And I guess, just tell us a bit about what's that feeling like when you go to someone's house and you see that it is actually a really good quality piano.
So it's a lot of excitement every time we go to someone's house, because we never know what we're going to find or what the piano is, and it's a mystery. So it's just really exciting to actually see the condition of the piano and another piano maker and the way it was manufactured in the day.
And why save pianos new instead of just, I guess, people buying new ones?
Well, yeah, people can buy a new one, but then they're up for a much higher cost. New pianos can cost upwards of $10,000, $20,000, depending on the model. Even a new upright piano, can cost maybe around the $5,000 mark. So just, it's much more expensive than buying a second-hand piano that's been tuned and, serviced by us.
Is this a full-time job for you now?
Yeah, so originally I used to work for the, Department of Defense, and now this has taken off where I love music so much where I can justify doing this as full-time.
And I guess if people that don't know much about pianos, how hard is it to tune one and get it back into, how many hours worth of work does that take?
So tuning, to learn how to tune a piano is a lifelong thing, because every time you tune a piano, you're always learning new techniques, and also with tools, there's different tools used for the job, and you're only ever improving your skill. So it's not like you just learn it, it's a constant, it's a lifelong procedure.
And the little kiosk here, what's the benefit of having that? Is that a good thing to have here?
So we were offered this kiosk for the display and showcasing of our pianos in this newly developed city space of Alara Street. Sorry, what was the question?
I guess, what are you using this space for at the moment?
So this space is pretty much for displaying our pianos. We're also creating a city jam room and a lesson room where we do piano lessons and other instruments. And it's also like a creative workspace where we actually repair the pianos and service them.
And how many hours do you think you've spent, working on pianos and being around pianos?
4,500 hours.
So according to my partner's William's calculations, it's been over 4,500 hours, which is a fair bit, because it's pretty much a full-time job, but it stretches beyond that. It goes into the night, it goes into the early mornings, so it's not like just a couple of hours, it's really been a full-time job where we're learning, we're studying, we're experimenting with different techniques, and we're also, you know, learning.
And have you put random pianos around Sydney?
Yeah, so we started having a lot of pianos, and then we didn't know what to do with the pianos that weren't viable to sell. So we started putting them out into the city for the community to enjoy, because if they get damaged or vandalized, it's not a big loss because the piano was already a little bit worn out.
And have you found the uptake of that? Are people using them?
Yeah, so it's a huge hit. Every time we walk past one of our street pianos, there's someone always playing it, and it's bringing a lot of joy and happiness to people. Some of the pianos do get vandalized, but we try to monitor it, we try to keep them locked, and we do maintenance on the pianos as well.
I guess what's next? Do you have big plans?
So, we do, but I don't think I can say
Do our
that.
piano technician exams.
Um,
Piano technician exams. Because we're not verified yet.
Sure, alright.
Yeah, mention that.
So say-
Yeah, because otherwise we'll actually get grilled by the guilds
Yeah.
in Australia. They actually
Is it?
villainize anyone
Yeah.
that's not verified.
Oh, okay, so you actually have to become verified.
So it's an unregulated industry, so anybody can do it, but at the end of the day, it depends on your skill and if you can actually perform what the job requires.
And if you have a good track record like Matthias does, he has full demonstrations.
So my skill has come from learning from other technicians, from doing my own research, and physically doing the work for hours and hours and learning various components, how they move. And I've really perfected my technique now, and we can offer an amazing service, and we can rescue any piano. If it's too far gone, we can still perform our surgery, whatever.
Surgery procedures.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, and yeah, I guess, yeah, what's it like? I guess, you know, you're doing a job that you kind of love. Does it feel like a job, or?
Well, you know, it's really hard moving a piano. First of all, they're heavy, you know, and it's not the easiest thing to do. And especially if you're doing it, you know, every day. So it is backbreaking work, but we've perfected our strategies on how to move pianos. And we just do it with love because we love pianos and we love saving them. And our goal right now is to rescue every piano instead of it going to the tip and getting crushed. And you know, it might require 5 hours, 8 hours, maybe 10 hours of work, but at the end of the day, we've preserved this 100-year-old instrument that's been built to a very high quality standard and give it back to someone to enjoy for another 50 years.
Perfect. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I'm just thinking what else we could say. What do you think? Like,
I think
That's
we
a lot
covered
of-
everything.
I think that's a lot of bases covered.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Got a few
Did you say
comments
there's
too.
many, like, a lot of families and children
Yeah.
Yeah.
interested in
Yeah,
pianos
yeah.
like this? 'Cause
Yeah.
there's maybe something to do with
Yeah.
Yeah.
getting young kids started in
Yeah, community.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Um,
Encourage.
And are you finding any like younger people are kind of kids are interested in pianos and learning, and it's, I guess, a stepping stone?
So a lot of people are moving up from electric keyboards to a real piano for the feel and mainly the touch. We have a lot of children that are showing a lot of interest in the pianos because, first of all, of the sound and also the ability for them to progress in their musical career. That didn't really work, but whatever.
Lessons, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Can we try that one more time?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So I guess what's the interest from like kids been like in I guess real pianos?
So we're getting a lot of interest from children. They're showing a lot of passion for piano, and they're coming here with their families because we have affordable pianos that they can buy from us, tuned, serviced, and delivered at a very reasonable cost. So that makes them, you know, get into music and get into piano playing much easier without the big expense.
And what do you think kids like about pianos?
I think a lot of the kids like the various ornate features and the look of the piano. They also like the actual sound and the resonance of the bass strings and the actual vibe they get from playing it.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe a few comments from you, William, and then Eric, and that'll be it.
So is that again?
Do you want to say a few things?
Yeah, we'll get William to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you'll have to
Um,
set the seat up for me to answer.
Yeah, I've got to change the background.
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
won't be.
Sitting
you
at
just
a
cover
piano.
the basics. I'm just going to
Yes.
ask you what you like about the piano.